Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So today we're going to take a quick look into Bitcoin, and then we're going to take a look at some altcoins to see what's going on across the board. We've had a steady rise over the course of the last year. I mean, if you look at Bitcoin, it's up north of 120% in spot position, and all is going well. Everybody's still waiting for that dump. We did get a bit of a pullback if we just take a look at the charts here. This is Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame. Let's just zoom out to the daily. We did have a bit of a pullback. We was up at $38,155, and we had a pullback to $34,480, which in reality is not much of a pullback considering previous bear markets, or should I say previous markets. I mean, we always get pullbacks no matter what, even in a bull market or what, and we've got a 10% pullback, let's call it that. It's not that bad, to be honest. Some altcoins did nuke, but in general, I think things are starting to look a little bit strong here. I was watching this trend line, I think it right down on the hourly time frame, and I was looking for a swoop below it and then a close above it. And that's what's happened. We actually closed above that last night, and we are above it now. So for me, still kind of bullish. It was good that we got a pullback, because if you look at the RSI here on the daily time frame, it was well overbought. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, it was well overbought. And then looking at some altcoins like Solana on the 4-hour time frame, you can see general picture, everything was overbought. That Sushi, we'll have a look at that in a minute. So I did a video, I don't know, maybe a week, 10 days ago now, talking about where I think Bitcoin will go. And if we look at the daily time frame and zoom back out, I did mention around 41k is an area I'm intrigued in. It was up around here. Yeah, we're looking at these wicks here where it bounced off when we went up to 69k. We had a rejection here. Look at that 41k. I'll just mark them all up. So 41k there. You could say that area there too. And then if you look at all these support wicks here and a few rejections in there, I think that's a decent area where I could see the price going before we do get any type of decent pullback. We have had a decent 10% drawdown, but it's still not too much, to be honest. I'm looking for something like this, maybe up to 43k or wherever it goes. Who knows? We'll get a blow up top up somewhere. We will pull back and come down to, I think, that 30k region. I've done another chart before this one here. And I've mentioned a bit of an idea of what I think could happen, and pretty much same idea there. We'll push up 39 to 43k, and then we'll pull back, and we hit this major level here, which would be a support area. If you look at this green band here, it's a nice level of support. If you're looking at these blue dashes here, and you're wondering what the hell are they, if you go into your indicators and search support and resistance dynamic, it does all the work for you. I mean, generally I put some green boxes in to see demand zones, but if you're not a day-to-day trader, but you're looking for areas of support or resistance to buy and sell assets, whether that's on spot or in a little bit of leverage, this does the hard work for you. It's on every time frame. It goes all the way down to a 4-hour, even down to the 1 minute. So you can see it's a confluent area which you can use to your advantage. So that's just a quick thoughts on Bitcoin. I still see that we are going to go higher. And I like 39 to 43k is an area where I think the price will go. Once it gets there, there's a couple of scenarios what happens. It could either get to that region and hold and go sideways and just gradually creep down. Within that period, I think we're going to get a massive altcoin blow off top as well. But remember, there's also a point where we could blow up top and come straight back down a straight line, which is what tends to usually happen with Bitcoin. But I'm still seeing some growth on altcoins. We are getting some massive movement on Link. If we just take a look at that now, and we'll look at this on the daily time frame, zoom out. I mean, we broke out of that area. I was talking about this accumulation area for ages. I don't hold any Link. It is what it is, but I think we are coming up towards a bit of a peak here, to be honest. If you look at this region here, it's that area where we peaked out back in April 2022 and then rejected, and you can see major rejection area and a support area here. So I think we've got a little bit longer to go, maybe $18 to $20 for Link before we do get a pullback, and that's same for Solana. If you're looking at Sol, zoom out, that's actually gone above those levels I thought it would. But if you're looking at this region here, Solana, I think is another level where it could go. It's around $79 before it does pull back. People are seeing the price going up, and we'll see it consistently go up with not many drawdowns. At some stage, every market has a drawdown. So just don't get complacent to thinking, it's not going to pull back. It will at some point. If you're in a spot position in the investor, I mean, it shouldn't really matter to you. If it goes up, it goes up. If it comes down, it comes down. The investment is over a longer term time frame. If you're trading with leverage, just be careful. Set some stop losses if you're in profit, set it above your stop loss. If you're below it, try and average down and get a bit of an exit from that. But for me personally, at some stage we are going to get a drawdown, and I think if you're looking at Solana, I think that region at 79 could be a massive level to take profit. It might keep going. I'm not Mystic Meg. It might just keep pumping and pumping, but at some stage it will have a drawdown, and that's whether it's from here or, I don't know, here. Imagine at $138, that would take a lot of people out. So that's two assets which have been flying recently. Avalanche is starting to push up really well, and that's showing some signs of strength. It's got to get above $21 to see any explosive movement, in my opinion. If it does, then you're going to look around here, around $30. I think a $30 Avalanche would be a solid region to take profit. A similar scenario to the other two, really. We had these highs up in mid to early 2022, and then we pulled back. That's an area where some of the high caps are testing. So just be wary of that's an area where the price could push up. In reality, what we need is a push above it, a rejection, make that a support and then push up, but I don't think that's going to happen personally. I think we might come up there and then come back down to test this 21 level. Avalanche, Solana. One more I'm going to take a look at is Sushi, and this is one I'm in a bit of a long position on Sushi now. I think this chart looks solid, to be honest. If you're looking at this on my high time frames, actually let's have a look at weekly first. Looking at this, right, this was a major level support for around a year. If you look at that May to May, it was a major support level, and then we broke down, and then what we've done is so far we have broke to the upside and we have retested it there. You could say this is also a power of 3. If you'll look at this was a accumulation period, this was then a manipulation period. We'll just change that to red, and then what you're looking for is expansion, which is that, which should hopefully come into play very, very soon. Let's change it to blue so it stands out a bit. So that's a power of 3. I've got on here two major levels. So this weekly level here at 90 cent, which was a major level support, which we have now reclaimed. And then we've got a weekly major level of resistance at 4.95. If we do get some explosive movement, I think that's really a solid area to target. You could say that is a massive range, and that is at equilibrium. The EQ there is also a major level of resistance, because if you're looking at this here, this was a major level of support before we lost it and then went down into that accumulation phase down there. So for me, we have now regained this level of support, and I really do think that, I mean, if you're looking for some TPs, I think this TP here at $1.80 will be massive. Then we've got $2.92, and then around $5, around $4.97ish. 3 major levels where I do think that the price will go. We'll extend that up a little bit. So TP1 we have got 180, TP2 290, and then TP3 around 497. Massive areas. Maybe I don't think we'll get up to that level up there, up at 497. I will be asking a lot if that did happen, but you never know. I mean, if you look at Solana, and if you take a look at Avalanche and Link and some other assets, take a look at DYDX as well. That's got an unlock coming up in December, but I think prior to that it should see some explosive growth as well, so just watch on that. I was in a long, but I ended up cutting it a little bit too early. But that's it really. That's just some thoughts on some of the high cap assets. Bitcoin, Solana, Avalanche, Link and Sushi. I really think that's got a good role to play here, and I think it'll make a good move over the next coming days and weeks. That's high caps. We will cover low caps. If you want me to cover any specific low caps, then drop them in the comments below. I'm mainly going to take a look at Gene Protocol. I'm going to take a look at Pair Swap. Those two assets, I'm holding them, and I really think that I've got some really good potential for our future. So that's it for today. Remember, if you're new here, please make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you are subscribed, and I'll catch you next time.